Good morning and welcome to day 9 of the Being Challenge here at Ascension Lutheran Church in Citrus Heights. It is good to be with you. I am Pastor Scott, and we're continuing to engage and interact with the Being Challenge book that Pastor Zach Zender wrote. Today, the focus of his reflection and encouragement for us is that community helps you find purpose. In today's reflection, Pastor Zach talks about how our community can help us find purpose. And while I think there's some truth to that, I don't think that's the only place that we can find purpose in our lives is in community. But I do think it's one of the places we can find purpose or have our purpose affirmed or maybe even corrected. One of the things that happens when you're preparing to go to seminary and you're preparing to go into the ministry, you're preparing to be ordained, called as a pastor to a church, is the community speaks in on that. So when I was preparing to go to seminary, I had to not only get letters of recommendation, not only write letters or a statement of faith, a paper about that, I had to get the worshiping community where I worshiped to affirm a sense that they perceived a sense of call to ministry in me. So they helped to not just discover, but confirm or affirm the purpose I was sensing in my own life. And then I had to do something similar again when I was ordained, and then I had to again more letters of reference and so forth, and then meet with a committee who read my papers and interviewed me and considered whether they perceived a sense of call upon my life, that I was not only called to ministry, but prepared and equipped to engage in ministry. Certainly there's an example of the community helping to define purpose in my life. And as a pastor, I was once asked to be a part of an intervention, a time where the community, in this instance the family of a person, wanted to help their loved one find purpose apart from what it was they were doing, that was drinking. And so we gathered out of love to help as community, to love this woman, to help her see how her actions were dangerous to herself and to her family, and that because her family loved her so much, they were ready to tell her that they were not going to see her until she sought treatment, until she went into a program. And there, I think, is another example of the community helping define or discern purpose in life, and that would be a negative example, but certainly out of love as well. How do we use our community to help correct us when we're on the wrong path, to encourage us on the right path? I don't know that it's always good to just mimic what other people in the community are doing. I think that's a little bit of what Pastor Zach was cautioning us about yesterday in terms of communities we're in. But I do think they can be helpful as they know those people we're closest to should know us best. And those conversations require trust, and they require honesty. And to be in those types of conversations and relationships requires an effort and a commitment one to another. And I think that's that commitment to community that we're really talking about today, is to be vulnerable with one another, to help each other discern when we are on the right path and when we are veering off of the right path. Not only that we would ask others those questions, but that others would be able to see in our life and bring it up in a loving way that hopefully we could hear and begin to ask those questions of ourselves. A challenging topic today, to say the least, but part of the complexity of being in community. And when we make a commitment to community, we make a commitment to all aspects of being in community, being in relationship with each other. Some of them much easier than others. So I encourage you to take some time today to reflect upon that and how your community, how your relationships help you find purpose, help you live out what you are called to be doing and who you are called to be. It's good spending a little time with you this morning. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.